What's good, everybody? What's good, y'all? Welcome to the second episode, second volume. Dab on that. Leon, virtual handshake, my brother. iPad, what's good, bro? Today, I want to welcome a very special guest, my brother, one of my best friends from back home. You know, someone who I consider family. We met obviously in high school. One of my three best friends back home. His name is Julian, obviously. Some people call him Mac. He can go by Jules. Jay, I call him Monkey. We call him Monkey. I gave him that nickname. So, Julian, welcome to the show, my brother. Happy to have you on, bro. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing today? Glad to be here. It's pretty unique. Like this.
Welcome.
Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Y'all have always heard about Monkey, so to finally interact with each other, obviously, it's a dope thing. So how's life, man? How's the day in the life of Julian these days? You know, what you be doing? I mean, I know, obviously, you work and everything, but tell the fans, you know.
Right. So April 25th, I'm actually moving. So I've been looking forward to that. Got the back blurred out in the middle of the move. Got some stuff here, some stuff there. So ignore that. But yeah, I'm in the middle of the move, so I'll be having my own place soon. Been looking forward to this for a while. My own space. Being able to focus on the things I want to focus on in my own place. So yeah.
How's work going?
Work is good.
Busy as
we've been having different days. So I work at Black and Decker. What was that?
I said busy as a motherfucker. You know how my job get. You know the Drake bar. You know how my job be. What was that song? Fuck, what song was it?
Not sure.
Julian, are you moving states or just like neighborhoods?
Essentially neighborhoods. I'll be very, very close to my job. So I have a less distance to travel, obviously. So that's pretty cool. I could even ride my bike to my job. That's how close I'll be. So I'm pretty excited for all that. It's right by a park, big nature scene. We got different trails, different stuff. Basketball courts all over the place.
That's really important.
It's gonna be a little shock because I'm closer to the city, more in the city.
And you're a big nature guy.
Big nature guy.
You're a big nature guy, exactly. So you can obviously walk your dog and whatnot. Bro, is your new crib the one that you're gonna move to? Is it next to my old house?
No, it is not. It's a complete opposite direction. So the place it's called
far from Lone Lane.
Yeah, it would be like a good 20 minutes.
Okay. So no more balling at the park at Lone Lane, huh?
I might head over every time I'm in the area. I make it a habit every time I'm near your crib to drive by, just to see what's up.
I got there. Damn, bro.
Drive by the park, just.
You gonna live alone, bro? The new house?
No, I will not. I'll be living with my girl. Living with
okay.
Oh, damn, that's nice. That's really good.
Yeah, so we're excited.
Oh, damn, but it should be halal. How you say that out loud?
Monkey said he keeping it halal, What was that joke that you made in high school? You keep it halal because you keep it halal because you can't get any of that haram.
He said that's nice. I mean, it is nice, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure everybody would like that, but it states Ramadan.
It's Ramadan, so let's try to keep it halal because I mean, Monkey knows. I'm gonna cheat on daddy again.
Oh. Man. Oh. Oh man.
There's my bad. That's just an insider, but that's an insider. Anyways, all right. Back on track. Before we go, come into my handy list of topics. I just want to say, bro, while we're on this public platform so the whole world can see, I just want to give you your flowers, bro. I mean, obviously, everyone knows I love, obviously, my family, my circle, my best friends. I love all y'all, but I want to be the first girl to thank you, like I said, on this public platform, because last summer, everybody knows, when I was going through the worst of the worst, bro, mental health issues and whatnot, you were always there for me, bro. I mean, you remember them nights, just calling you and, crying, everything. You were always there for me, bro. I have a list, in my favorites, screenshots of messages you sent me. And, everybody know, bro, everybody know, how strong I am mentally. God only puts us in situations we can handle and whatnot. But you were just, bro, you were always there for me. Excuse me, I'm just getting a little emotional. You were always there for me, bro. And, everything from last summer. I mean, everything, bro. The worst of my worst. And, for you to see, for all y'all to see, but especially Monkey, how, how much I've grown up and how far I've come. You were with me, bro, during the worst of the worst. And I'll always, bro, I'll always love and have so much admiration, for you for that, bro. So I want to give you your flowers before it's too late, obviously. And you know this, bro. You already know this. We talk about this all the time. But like I said, since we're on this public platform. But with that being said, bro, let's get into it. Bro, tell the people how we first met. I'm sure all y'all want to know. Obviously, everybody know my memory analytical as fuck. So if you say something wrong, I'm gonna correct you. But tell them how we first met in high school. Your first preconceived notions of me. Oh, this is gonna be funny. So you start and I'll chime in.
It actually starts prior to that. My first memory of you comes from middle school in the bathroom. That's right. You remember this?
That's right. Actually, I don't remember this, but you always
what's going on in the bathroom. You can't do it at that.
I'm alone in the bathroom. Got my hall pass. I just used it. I'm washing my hands. My stomach gets a little bubbly, so I pass some wild, gnarly gas. I'm alone in the bathroom. I'm checking under the stalls. Cool. I let out a long one. When I look up, I see this just weird kid standing there staring at me. I was like, where did this guy come from? Where did this guy come from? I didn't hear the door open, nothing, no footsteps, no sound, nothing. And him and I just started to crack up because he wasn't supposed to hear.
I was wearing my Bulls jersey, right? I was wearing my Bulls jersey. I said, you hear that? I was wearing my red D-Rose jersey, right? Because
they were good that time, right?
That's because I'm a Bulls fan, motherfucker. Anywho.
Yes.
So I fart, we crack it out. I asked like, hey man, like, what's your name? Because we just shared like a little moment as kids. You had said Muaz, I had said Julian. Like, obviously, I didn't know you at the time, so it didn't stick as like a solid memory for a while. But then when we were in high school, back to where you were saying driver's ed, I remember at the end of one of our classes, like I'd come to the back, and you had mentioned, what was it that you said? You said like, oh, you're Seeney, right?
Yeah. I said you're Seeney. I follow you on Instagram because we had followed each other since freshman year. I remember. Right.
And I just remember from that day on, like, it was just the start of a friendship. Like, I remember just thinking about you when I went home, like, just how you just seemed so genuine, like, just such a nice guy. And, it's at the time, bro, like, you had helped me through a lot of things, like, very early on in a friendship. Like,
our Skype sessions. Yeah. Remember our Skype sessions? Back when you had that you had that cracky ass green phone.
Yep.
So we would Skype every day.
Android.
Right. Our first time, the first time we hung out with Victor. Remember, we went to Lone Lane.
Oh,
we were riding bikes. What the fuck, bro?
What were we doing? Were you
right?
Were you the one that was friends with him at the time, or did we meet up with him somewhere? Like we saw him.
We were both friends with him. You, Albert, and him were on the 3v3 basketball team freshman year. Remember? Y'all three were on the same team. Yes. I fucking forgot that shit.
No, I did, man. It's been a long time since I thought about that kid. Yeah, we actually go way back. Albert playing on that team.
You had the pink Nikes that day. The first time we hung out, y'all, I said and Leon, it was I taught him how to ride a bike. Actually, I taught Julian how to ride a bike. The first time, yeah, that's true story. I still have that video. This is October 2014. October
How old
2014.
how old were you guys?
15.
We were
16, 15,
yeah,
right?
15. Yes. October 2014. Yeah, bro. Remember we came to my neighborhood and my mom, you were in the pink Nikes. We were riding bikes and my mom looked out the window and she was like, "Yo, nice shoes." My mom complimented your pink Nikes, bro. You remember?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Ah!
Yeah, you feed turtle.
Ah!
Very good.
You know, dope story, man. Dope story. To see how far we've come along, man. I mean, look at from there to here. Driver's ed class, bro. More about that. Yeah, I didn't finish my point. What was that girl's name? That ugly ass girl. God forbid that kept what was her name?
Sarah Wagstaff.
Wagstaff, bro. There was this chick in that class. She kept roasting me like every class, and like Yane, Allah fits in. Okay, God forbid, but bro, I mean, I'm not one to comment on anyone's appearance, but bro, like I was getting hot. Every class, she would be like, "Oh, isn't your name Muaz or like Muaz or Muaz? Oh, you're ugly." Or like, "Oh, do ugly people do this?" I'm just like, what? Like, I ain't wasting my time and energy on her. What is what it is. Like, I just sat there like, bro, she's cuckoo, you know. And then you were just like, bro, ignore it. And obviously, like you said, we just met in driver's ed. We were just fooling around in the back of class all the time. And that's how we became like this, bro. You remember the iconic photo? That's Anila took a picture of us, and there was that ginger kid in the back.
You funk in the back.
yeah, man. You know,
That goes way back.
We go all the way back. Enough about reminiscing. Enough about high school. Let's talk about basketball. Second thing I want to say is, bro, obviously we started hooping together. Obviously, I mean, looking back at it back then, I was so ass. Like my jump shot was even worse than Altar's. I mean, like I thought I could shoot back then, but like, yeah, look at Altar. I thought I could shoot back then, but I really couldn't. And
bro,
man,
let me practice my shooting, bro. I'm gonna be better than you. Word, bro.
Get your big ass in the post. You 280 pounds, bro. No one wants to see you jump shots.
That's why I'm not shooting, bro. That's why I'm not shooting because
shoot, it's a brick every time, bro. That's like get your ass in the post.
Hold on, let me clarify it to you, bro. The thing is, I'm not shooting. That means I'm not practicing to shoot, okay? Because I'm a center, right? So I'm playing in center. So I'm not even trying to shoot that. So, okay, so let me practice on my shooting, bro. Then we're gonna have competition.
Fair enough.
I got you. Fair enough, bro. I mean, I'm just messing with you. Like, you obviously, right? You don't take a lot of jump shots. Your form, your form is nice. Your form is much better than mine. I'll give you that. But they say, bro, if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. You see the sweatshirt.
Yeah, obviously.
The iPad that's directed at you. So
if you can make it, bro, there's nothing to fix that.
Yeah. Anywho, so me and Monkey, we started playing basketball. Our first time we played together was Long Lane, and y'all played on double rims before. I don't know about Leon, but do they have double rims here, bro? It's the worst because the ball, just bounce, like you either swish it or it doesn't go in. Like banking is hard.
What?
Double rim.
Oops.
Oh, I don't
bro,
know what that is.
I know it from America.
You guys can continue. I'm just checking it up on Google.
Yes.
Okay. So we were playing basketball, obviously, and man, like I was so ass back then offensively. So I remember one day I was sitting on the grass in Lone Lane. We were doing like subs. We're having like a 5v5 game, and I was seeing Julian play, and I was seeing him, just lock motherfuckers up, like hands out, spread out, like just clamping. And I told myself, I was like, look, like I don't have much to offer offensively. At the time, I had no handles, no arsenal, nothing in my bag. I could shoot time to time if I was open. I mean, like I said, looking back at it now, I was so inconsistent. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I might as well just clamp people up. I got to contribute some way. So I remember, bro, just watching you play defense. And obviously, you really inspired me to play defense back then. And back in high school, like I said, when I didn't have a lot of offensive game, I was strictly focused on the defensive side of the ball, just locking dudes up. So I got that from you, actually. So I want to thank you for that as well, bro. You feel me?
Like, I think that was one of your earlier, I wouldn't say flaws, but very early on, like you put a lot of weight on the offensive end, like with your shooting and your scoring. And when you started to open up your mind to the idea that there's a whole opposite side of basketball that you can also improve on, like that's when I started to see your game start to really flourish. And why, like, I really started to really enjoy playing basketball with you, because at least if you're not hitting your jump shots, this man's very, very into it on the defensive end. And like you
iPad, you hear that?
I'm not
Yes.
allowing score and taking it personal, like, I'm going to try and shut this guy down. And like just seeing that, like even if it didn't work, just seeing that was your mentality at the time, like was very inspiring for me, because of the basketball player that you were at the time. Like you weren't that good, like no disrespect, but you
of course,
you
bro,
had a lot to offer on the offensive side. So you kind of like moved around, gave that three, you shot that thing whenever you could. But when your defense started to come and you put that as a focus, man, I saw a lot in you, man. You started to get a little nasty. So I was like, okay,
bro. Like I took pride in locking dudes up, bro, because as you said at the time, bro, I was ass offensively. Other than shoot, I was a spot up shooter. Okay, I could shoot, but that was about it. Like I said, bro, no handles, none of that. As soon as I try to dribble the ball like iPad, someone would just rip the shit out of me, or I would dribble it out of bounds. So like I love you, bro.
You can't guard me, bro. Still you can't guard me, bro.
You guys play one-on-one.
Big fella, you 280 pounds. Like, bro, if you want to, like Draymond says to Joel Embiid, like, bro, if you want to dunk 2 feet under the hoop, bro, you like the double team gotta come, big fella. What you want me to do,
bro? You can get
like,
up, bro. I still find the point, bro.
If I'm in the paint guarding you, bro, I'm gonna foul the shit out you, bro. Because what choice do I have? Like,
yeah, you're
I'm
right.
not.
You're right. When we're gonna play together, yeah, four of us.
One day, bro. One day,
Y'all on the work? Sheesh.
Oh shit, Kyrie's talking over here. Over here.
Kanye West of basketball, man.
Barely.
Speaking of that, let's talk real hoops, because I really want to talk about this. So Leon is a Havoc Kyrie fan. Kyrie's his favorite basketball player.
Ever played the game, in my opinion.
What was your
twisted? I like.
Oh, I said best player to ever play the game, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
I love Kyrie too. Kyrie's a magician.
I have
with
my
the
reasons for it too. I mean, it's not just random. I mean, I gotta say what I gotta say. Who was it that said this too? Was it Dame Time? What's the game? Lilian say that Kyrie is the most enjoyable guy to watch. I mean, at the end of the day, fundamentally, like I'm gonna draw a parallel to football or soccer, because I think you guys know Ronaldo and Messi, right? I think these are global names. It's kind of like LeBron and Steph Curry, but like there's also this guy called Neymar. I don't know if you guys know him. He's probably the most entertaining player. So the reason I say Kyrie is because at the end of the day, I mean, the numbers and stats, they're all nice, but I mean, when I'm watching basketball, I watch it for the entertainment, because I'm not following every game. And it's like, I don't know, I ain't seen anybody play like him. He's just really good.
I think, to add on to your point, bro, I think Kyrie's more like Ronaldinho, to be honest. I'm not sure Monkey knows who that is, but
yeah, like Ronaldinho, Neymar.
Maybe Neymar, Neymar too.
But anywho, I think Kyrie's. I mean, I have a lot of love for Kyrie. I think he has the best handles of all time. I think AI has the best crossover of all time, Allen Iverson. But Kyrie has the best handles of all time. He's the best finisher for the point guard position. I mean, he's our height, bro. He's 6'3". He's right around our height. So I think he's the best finisher. With that being said, obviously, I think Kyrie is very polarizing, at the same time, inconsistent. I think he gets a lot of hate, but at the same time, I feel like he's done some things wrong. Leon is just, I mean, this motherfucker Leon is just like Kyrie, bro. That's why he likes his ass because, bro, like these dudes be parallel, bro. Y'all be disappearing and then you just come back. So, Julian, I want to get your thoughts on Kyrie, bro, because you're a Celtics fan, and this should be interesting, bro. Hop to it.
All right, so just to make it clear, Kyrie Irving was left off this NBA top 75 list. So,
Oh, really?
Yes.
so right off the bat, like I don't look at him as one of the great. Let me rephrase. I look at him as the most skilled player to ever play basketball. Like I think he has more skills than Kobe.
I would agree.
Like, and a lot of that has to do with his handles. Obviously, his finishing, his balance. Very strong core. Like, and when you have a strong core, you know everything else just follows with that. With his balance, his handling. The angles that he gets on that, you know, make his shots unguardable. I think it's, you know, greatest, most skilled player of all time. But besides that, you know, I look at this guy, you know, obviously this isn't a sports figure, but I find him very, very close to Kanye West in the sense that I think he's a genius in the terms of basketball. Like he's truly, truly, truly a genius. But because of Kyrie Irving prioritizing his off-court issues and making it publicly known about, you know, some of the things that he cares about, you know, some of those things might be controversial, I think, in the eyes of the media. Obviously, those things are going to hold him back in terms of being, you know, on a bigger, I would say, like higher on like the pedestal in terms of like where he would rank all time. You know, I think like the media likes to attack him just so that they have something to talk about. So I don't think that's always always fair.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
I can't always agree with all these things, and he makes it an issue for people to care about because, you know, obviously
mandate.
But I think Kyrie's a great player. You know, basketball wise, I think he's top tier in one of those categories of like, you're one of the best ever to do what you do. And in terms, like you said, with handles, the crossover, you know, the step back, he's got it all.
To watch, bro. It's beautiful. You know, I mean, we can never talk about Kyrie's heart. Like, no matter what you say about Kyrie, his beef with the media, how he calls the media pawns, you know, a lot of media obviously criticizes him for missing games, only playing when he wants to, taking days off, just randomly disappearing. His heart is always in the right place. However, I think for his career, I think it started to go downhill a little bit after he left LeBron because, you know, he wanted his own team and whatnot, and his feuding with LeBron. Ever since he came to Boston, like he hasn't, you know, you're a Celtics fan, bro. I think you would agree. Like as much as I love Kyrie, say he's the best point guard in the NBA in terms of leadership wise, because for example, compare him and Dame. We've seen Dame as the best player on his team carry his team in the Western Conference further in the playoffs than Kyrie has. Matter of fact, most of Kyrie's teams on the Celtics, they did better with him off the floor than they did with him on the floor. And that's not just to say it's all of his fault. Obviously, there was a lot of toxic issues going on in the locker room and whatnot, but Julian, how did you feel when he left Boston? Because he said in the beginning of the year, he said in October 2018, he was like, if y'all will have him back, he said, I would like to re-sign. And then that summer, that offseason, he dipped, like he left y'all. So how did that make you feel as a Celtics fan?
Man, you know, at the time it sucked. It really sucked. Man, I really liked having the guy on the team. I thought just having his talent, you know, at any point, you know, he can just explode for X amount of points and carry us to a win. But as it's kind of evident now, I mean, I take a lot of that blame away. I really do blame the coaching and just the personnel that were on the floor, the way that they played together.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, actually.
Yeah, played in the system they have now, you know, I think that he would flourish. Just recently with our new coach, Ime, have changed their mindset to a pass first and defensive minded team. And we had that back then. You know, obviously our personnel is different now, but back then it was like Western turns shooting the ball. We'll get Tatum his, we'll get Kyrie his, we'll get Jaylen Brown his, and everybody kind of, you know, just set screens and yada yada yada. But you know, I think he was a victim of the moment in terms with the Celtics, and things changed. Like you said, he did promise us, you know, to get re-signed, but obviously with some, you know, with with the media, with everything that was going on at the time with him.
Oh,
I'll give
my
it
bad.
back.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. My mom was calling. I'm sorry.
So, bro, what do you think about if Kyrie re-sign with Celtics right now? So you think Celtics can get the chip, can win the chip?
I think the
Interesting
Celtics,
question.
without Kyrie Irving, they're actually my pick to come out of the East
This year,
this year. Yes.
bruh. I mean, of course you're gonna say that. You know, you a Celtics fan, and everybody knows how much love I have for JT. I love Jason Tatum, obviously. You know, when my curls aren't that long, that's my cousin. You know, we look alike, so obviously. No, but I love JT though. Like I love, you know, he's just. I feel like if Leon, you know who Jason Tatum is, obviously, right? I sent you, you know, pictures before. I feel like if I was in the NBA, if I was an NBA player, I would be just like Jason Tatum. Like this dude, he only works on his game, and he just spends time with his son. No parties, no clubbing, none of that. He's just a real genuine, you know, guy. The sky's the
What's
limit
his
for him.
position?
Small
And
forward.
like, what are his strengths?
I mean, bro, he's basically, I swear, like he basically same type of player as me. I mean, two-way player. He's a scorer. You know, he's a shooter. He can shoot.
He's a shooting
Actually,
guard.
I'm more. He's a four. I mean, yeah, I'm more of a two. He's more of a three. But he's a scorer. He's an all-around scorer, bro. He can slash. He can score. Obviously, he's the best player on the team. I think the sky's the limit for him. And
More importantly, I think you guys are from Philly, but you guys don't support the Sixers. I mean, I think people is that the case in America? Because okay, I don't know. In terms of football, most of the time you support the team that you come from, like the city that you come from. That's what you put on your back. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Bulls and then there's Celtics, and I mean, what's going on in Philly? Ain't got no love.
Julian, you answer that question. We hate the Sixers. Julian, you can answer that question.
I can't stand the Sixers, but I also can't stand Philly fans. But the reason that I'm a Celtics fan is from my father. You know, he was a Celtics fan first. I trickled down my passion for basketball, my love for basketball. He admired Larry Bird, just his style of play. You know, you get down, get the business, trash talk, the diving for balls, the scraped knees, all that. So he fell in love with Larry Bird, fell in love with the Celtics idea of Bill Russell, one of the greatest winners of all time. You know, he fell in love with that whole culture, and that kind of trickled down to how I play basketball, but also obviously my team. So gotta love the Celtics, man. Gotta love the Celtics.
I respect that a lot because I'm also rapping this because my dad is an Arsenal fan. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a what fan?
And Leon,
he's an Arsenal fan. So,
Arsenal.
Football. I'm not gonna say soccer. It's football. It's football.
It is football, yes.
you know you on Zoom with two Americans, so we'll say soccer, you say football, doesn't matter. But Leon, to answer your question though, bro. I'm sorry, one minute. I mean, going back to the Philly thing, like Julian said, I mean, he hates Sixers fans, but I can't stand Sixers fans either. I think they're extremely delusional. I love Philadelphia, like I love the city of Philadelphia. Don't get it wrong. I love Allen Iverson. He's an iconic, you know, he's an iconic symbol in the city. I love AI. He's the best player in Sixers history. But I can't stand the team, bro. I hated the team when they had Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons would piss me the fuck off. And now they have Harden. And like I don't like James Harden. Like I love a lot of superstars in the NBA. I mean, we all know I love LeBron. I love a lot of superstars. If there was one superstar that I don't like, I'm not a hater, but if there's one superstar I don't really respect, I would say it's James Harden. And now they got James Harden. Monkey hates Joel Embiid because, you know, he does a lot of talking. You know what's funny? iPad loves Joel Embiid. So y'all can dispute about that. iPad loves Joel Embiid.
Right. I love him because of his playing style, you know. so he can shoot. Obviously, he has a good mid range, so
Everything
he
for a
can.
big man.
Yes, he can get the pass and he can point in the paint, so he can score a point in the paint. So that's my kind of dream playing. Okay, so I want to play like him. That's why I'm loving him so much.
You more of a power forward
this guy
though.
called Kyrie?
Yes,
he plays really nice too.
So So bro, you were saying you like Joel Embiid because as a big man, he can do everything in the game as a center. He can shoot, obviously mid-range, dribble, post up, do all that. So
yep.
That's why you like Joel Embiid. I was saying Julian doesn't like Joel Embiid. I mean, we both, bro. He just be talking too much shit. Like I know he doesn't do it as much as he used to, but like the whole petty shit on Twitter and whatnot, like, bro, it's too much. It's too much, you know.
I had to dislike him because I'm a Celtics fan, man. So like we used to have some battles with the Sixers. And
2018
time,
playoffs,
like,
2020 in the bubble. Yep.
We were viewed as rivals, so we'd meet each other every year in the league. I mean, in the playoffs, and we would always win. So, I mean, I don't feel that rivalry anymore. So, like, it's cool. Like, I think
I haven't played each other yet, though.
Right. We haven't played
Bless
each
you.
other in a while, but we actually played them recently, and we gave it to them. I think we won by like 20 plus. So.
You know, speaking of rivals, like, bro, there's a big chance that we could play y'all in the playoffs. Bulls Celtics first round.
First round. And I think you guys would lose 4-0.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think you'd lose 4-0.
Swept.
Hey, bro, I love, you know.
I'm not a basketball fan, but I hear nothing about the Bulls at all, you know? Like, you know someone is good when you're outside of the game and you hear about someone. Like, I've heard this Embiid guy, you know? And
that's because your ass just a casual. That's right. You just a casual fan.
I mean,
but
bro, you gotta be really good for a non-basketball fan to know you. Like everybody knows.
You never heard of Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, like, you know, Debo.
DeMar Baba.
The only guy I know there is Lonzo Ball, and probably because he's on some Kardashian shit, like reality TV. He plays for the Bulls.
He's on my team. If we had Lonzo, if we had Zoe, bro, we would have beat y'all. Like you know that the first time we played y'all like twice this season, bro, we whooped the shit out of y'all. Like we raped y'all.
Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there because the Celtics team that you guys played in the first half of the season is not the same team that we are now, and that's why they're my pick. Like not even with the biasness, I think the Celtics have all came in and said, hey, like this is going to be our brand of basketball: pass first, defense first, and that's actually opened up the floor for JT and Jaylen Brown to coexist so that they don't have to be traded.
Robin Williams, though, he's out. So
Robert,
Robert Williams,
but he will be back in the second round.
You know, I hated how because bro, like obviously I'm a huge Bulls fan, but I do respect the Celtics. Obviously, I love JT. I'm a huge JT fan. I like JB as well, Jaylen Brown. I hated how in the beginning of the season everyone was just like, oh, they need to trade the two. They can't play together. They can't play together. Bro, you're talking about two of the best, youngest wings in the NBA, and you know, two perimeter players, and they've already proven that they can go far in the playoffs. They went to the conference finals twice in 3 years. So I think the sky's the limit for them. So we'll see, bro. Yeah, it's his kids, exactly. So it's going to be interesting. But speaking of basketball, Julian, who you got winning the chip this year? So you got Boston going to the finals. Who you have winning it all this year?
I'd be disappointed if the Suns didn't do it.
Okay.
I think the Suns right now are just too hot. I think, you know, as a collective unit, they've been locked in for the last couple months. They have everything. They got the scorer, they got the guard, they got the wings, they got the role players, and they got the bigs.
Yeah.
So at this point in time,
wet like I'm Book.
Right, wet like I'm Book.
I don't know anybody on this roster aside from this number 3 guy.
You know that roster and CP3.
CP3
as well, Leon. Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's the only guy I know.
But you know Devin
Bro,
Booker
doesn't
too. I mean, you
LA
heard of
Lakers
Devin
have
Booker.
like 7 superstars or something?
Shit. Let's not even talk about the Lakers, bro.
Oh, let's talk
They didn't even
about it.
qualify.
No.
Let's dab on that. Let's dab on that for a little bit.
Wait, we're in the playoffs already?
Yes,
Basically,
it's
after today.
yeah, next
Oh,
week.
and LeBron
after
ain't there,
today.
bro. I thought they had LeBron, Westbrook, Durant, and some like Steph.
AD.
Okay,
They
maybe
have
not that
LeBron,
much.
AD. Yeah.
AD, huh? Yeah.
Bro, I mean, it's just been a tumultuous season full with turmoil for the Lakers. A lot of, different reasons. Westbrook, you can't blame it all on Westbrook. He hasn't been playing that well all season. Injuries.
Injuries.
LeBron has been hurt. Fucking soft ass AD has
AD.
missed half the damn season. So,
Right.
just a lot of chaotic shit. I mean, LeBron is still, he put up. It's amazing. This dude is 37 years old, averaging 38 and 6 per game. Like we've never seen that before. So,
Yep.
It's ridiculous, honestly. But going back to the whole champion reference, actually, I think a team that people should be looking out for is, I think, the Nets, actually. I mean, look, bro, anytime you have Kyrie and KD on the same floor, like, you don't want to, like, they're dangerous at any time of the game. So Kyrie and KD together, especially if they're both hot, I'm not saying that they could go to the finals, but they're definitely a team that you got to reconcile for. You feel me? Like, bro, they're dangerous.
Did
So
they
here's
make
something
it?
interesting.
Wait, did the Nets make it? I'm saying it's like they're number 7.
They're number 7 right now. The play-in tournament is in a couple days. So if they win the first game, then yes, they enter as a 7th seed. Julian, you were going to say something?
And they play the Bucks in the first round, right?
Well, as of so far, the seedings are like that. But, bro, imagine the Celtics get the 2nd seed. Like, if they switch with the Bucks, we have the Celtics-Nets first round like last year. Everybody grab your popcorn for that shit, bro.
But still, bro, I prefer Nets with the Bucks, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro, it will be more
KD
enjoyable.
and Giannis.
Yes, KD and Giannis from last year too,
Who
bro.
do you have winning, bro? Who do you have winning?
Bro, if I will gonna be realistic, I will say Suns. But I want the KD's team win, Nets team win, bro. So
you
yeah.
want Kyrie to win it.
Yes. And KD.
I'm cool with a lot of teams.
No one's talking about the Heat, and it's like they're number 1 on the Eastern Conference.
Leon, I'm glad you brought that. I mean, the Heat are a really good team, but and they have Jimmy Butler. He used to play for the Bulls. I love Jimmy B.
They also have, is this Tyler Hero or someone? That's the guy, right?
Tyler Hero. They call him Tyrone Hero.
It's actually a real guy. Oh my god.
Bro, the thing is, even they're in the first. The thing is, bro, even they're in the first seed, so there's a regular season and playoff, and there's the different thing. So even if you are in the first seed in the regular season, I mean, you can get eliminated in the first round in playoffs. So.
Wait, is this Hero guy really good? I mean, there's a song about him.
I mean, he's good. He's aight.
He's gonna win 6th man of the year for sure. Nah, I mean, he's more than aight. He's good. Like, he'll give you 20 points a game.
Actually,
he's a great young player.
Yeah, I heard that even he's the 6th man, he can average more points than the starters, right? If I'm not mistaken.
25.
Yep.
Monkey should know about that. 2 years ago in the bubble, in the 2020 playoffs, they beat the Celtics in 6 games. Tyler Hero was balling. So you should feel some type of way about that, bro.
Yeah, man. But hey, it was the bubble. So
I mean, yeah, right.
It was the bubble.
So I mean, it's obviously great talking about basketball. I do want to change the topic though, y'all. Obviously, Julian was supposed to come here in February, but because of complications and work-related reasons and stuff, it couldn't happen. Inshallah, bro, you'll come here in September. I want to ask you, obviously, you never left home. You never left America. So what is the number one thing that you're looking forward to? First of all, not just leaving America, not just going abroad, but coming to Turkey. Like, what does that excite you? What excites you in particular?
I think what excites me the most is just to to feel that culture shock, like to finally realize that you're not at home, you're somewhere far away, and I want to feel that. Like it's not that I want to miss home, but I want to just feel like I'm somewhere, not in the sense of like being exotic, but just to see that how other people outside of America live their life. Like obviously we come from somewhere where we're very privileged, and you know, the way that we see the world is completely different than the way that other people see the world, you know, obviously. So I'm really like hoping to see and be humbled, like just to see how other people, and ask people, you know, talk to different people on how they view America. Like that's actually one of my questions for you guys. Like, how do you guys look at America in
You should
the eyes
ask
of...
Bechet. First thing you should do.
Muaz was even laughing.
Why is that?
Because I know what he's gonna say. That's why.
I think Muaz should explain
why
it
don't
to
you
you.
answer?
Muaz and Alpha.
Nah, Leon, you answer the question, bro. He asked y'all, he said, what y'all think about America? Leon, answer the question, bro. Feel free.
Yeah.
Bro, on the record, I love America. Best country in the world.
That sounds
Okay.
What more can
familiar,
I
bro.
say? What more can I
familiar.
say? I mean, you guys gave us Hollywood. You guys gave us Obama. Actually, Obama is originally from Kenya, so we gave you Obama. You guys
So
gave us
where was Obama born, bro? In Kenya?
actually no, he was born in Hawaii, but his dad is Kenyan.
Obama's dad or grandpa is Kenyan, yeah, something like that. Yes.
Yeah, his dad is Kenyan.
Okay.
Actually, funny enough, when he was president, we had a day off over here. It was like
Really?
a celebration. Yeah, the first time.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
To add on to Monkey's point, though, I mean, bro, we've talked about this off camera a lot of times, but, you know, obviously as someone, bro, you know, obviously born and raised in America, 18 and a half years, you don't, I knew this because we used to come to Turkey's obviously for summer vacation and stuff because I'm originally Turkish, but I know this even in high school, bro. A lot of people in America, they take things for granted, bro. They really take things for granted. Like, look,
Right.
I'm not life in America, and one thing that really pisses me and Mo off, actually, a lot of people on this side of the world, they think that America is all fun and dreams. Like, oh, I'm just gonna raise my hands in the air and make money. Of course, it ain't like that. Like, you still need to work for everything in America, of course. But with that being said, you know, America has, bro, you have so many opportunities, obviously. So a lot of different opportunities to become successful. And, you know, as you mentioned, like, bro, people in America, like, they don't take, I just feel like they take things for granted, bro. When they talk about crazy gas prices or economical shortages, like, bro, have you been to this side of the world?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
bro, then y'all will know, you know. So, like,
Right.
alhamdulillah, like, all of our financial situations are great, but people can't say that. Most of the world can't say that, especially on this side of the world, bro. Like, sometimes when I look in America and I see Americans and, you know, people in America just complaining about this and that, oh, like, America sold this, America sold that. Like, bro, y'all don't realize, you know, what you have until you lose it. You know, I knew this, obviously. So when I moved here in summer 2017, like, I already knew what I was going to be. I had an idea of what I was going to be dealing against, but to actually, you know, be facing that, like, bro, I mean, let's just compare situations. Like, I mean, Julian, for example, bro, you know, you have, obviously, you like your job, and alhamdulillah, you know, thank God you have an amazing job, bro. You have a car, bro. A lot of people can't afford things like that on the side of the world. Like, even in Kenya, in Turkey, in the Middle East, like, bro, I mean,
it's not really that easy.
I thought would love to have his own car and, you know, work and put gas money in his car, you know, like, shit, bro, this dude, some people in Turkey, like, they can't even drive the car to some places because they're worried about gas money, especially with the crazy inflation and whatnot, you know. So, like, people take this for granted, bro. Obviously, food, obviously, I mean, a lot of this is economy. So it's the fact.
I can understand that. I can understand them in the America. So because they used to live like that, okay. So when the gas prices goes like increasing, so obviously they're not having it, okay. So that's a bad thing. So I can understand them some certain range, but in the other side of the world, it is the worst. It's the worst than America. So everything you said is true. I agree with you.
Yes, bro. I mean, 100%. And like going back to the whole gas price shortage, like every country has its own standards, obviously. So obviously, when things go haywire in America, people are going to complain because America has its own standards. But as Dr. said, compared to the rest of the world, shit, this is like y'all still living in heaven, bro. You feel me? Like,
Yes.
Personally, I think the biggest conflict with America comes with its politics, in the sense that America is a really big bully in the world. So if you're American, you like it because your country is number one, But if you're not American, you don't really like it because like it's the big bully. But it's understandable because everybody, if it's a family, everybody has to look out for himself. So if I have a family, I want to look out for my family. And if anybody's going to try to interrupt with my food or like my energy or like my bombs, I'm going to try and stop them, obviously.
This motherfucker had to say bombs. He had to slick that shit in there, bro.
but anyway, but I think culturally, I think America is a really nice place to be, because I think you can not necessarily make money easily in the sense of like it's easy, but in the sense of like it's not as difficult as other places in the world. I think it's a really safe place. It's a really safe place to live. I judge safety most of the time by judging like how the women are treated in the culture. And I think that's very, very important that women can walk out late in the night. I mean, obviously not everywhere, but that's really nice. The fact that you can go to a different state and still feel at home. I mean, all of these are nice things that you can have. So if I was American, I would really, really like America. So as a Kenyan, you can't just say it as one thing, because Americans' foreign policy isn't the same as its internal policy. So yeah, there's a conflict, but it's a nice place to be in. Julian, you should definitely come to Kenya one day. I think you'd be very, very humble. I think you'd be very, very
I be telling
grateful.
him that all the time, bro. I'm telling him, like, bro, we're coming together, inshallah. Not this summer, but eventually. So,
bro, I think you'd love it here, bro. Like, especially just make your money. Like 1 unit of your currency is 115 here. So, bro, if you're coming here on vacation, you better have like the time of your life. Like, it's gonna be so easy. Life is gonna
same thing as Leon told me. Yep.
Yeah, ishte. So I mean, traveling is also like a really nice thing. 100% recommend.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I once I get to Turkey, I mean, obviously the world is open up. I'd be down to go anywhere out. Like after that, like I just got to leave the country first, get that first experience in. Have some experience under my belt, and then after that, I mean, like Kenya's next.
Leon, to add on to Leon's whole Kenya point, 100%, bro. Obviously, that's inshallah, when I come there this summer, that is the number one thing I am looking forward to, bro. I mean, obviously, let alone Kenya, I've never been to Africa before. So and especially being in Turkey for 3.5 goddamn years straight, like, bro, I need a change of scenery. I'm sick of this shit. I really need a change of scenery. I haven't been back home in such a long time. So forget about going back home. Like I said, I've been in Turkey for so long. So just going to a whole new continent, bro, seeing that whole new culture. Like I have such high expectations for Kenya. Like who knows, bro? Yani, inshallah, maybe I'll love it so much, bro. Leon, I mean, you and I have talked about this off camera all the time, bro. You have told me many times that I'll be valued there more than anywhere else in the world. So who knows, bro? I mean,
I think also,
and I see this.
No, you're good.
I see this. We talked about this before, as you said, and obviously, you said how you said you'll be valued here more than anywhere else in the world. I see a little bit of that in society, through the women. I mean, I don't need to go too in depth about that. Y'all know, but like that's part of society, obviously. So I mean, as we talked about, Leon. So like, I have huge expectations, but I mean, inshallah, when I come there this summer, I feel like I'll fall in love with the whole culture. I know it's very beautiful, very tropical. I mean, it's nature and whatnot. So who knows, bro? Maybe I might want to move to Kenya in a few years, work there, as a remote data job. Why not? Maybe my wife could be Kenyan, bro. Who knows? So
inshallah.
I mean,
We're gonna say
form Nigani.
Mess around and find a wife.
Who knows, bro? I'm gonna go down there and be like, form Nigani, what up?
So Julian,
What is that?
Oh, it basically means like, what's up? It's like, what's the plan? What's the move?
Oh, okay.
What's up in Swahili? Yeah.
Actually, the form is English. So in Kenya, we usually mix a lot because okay, everyone in Kenya is bilingual. Everybody in Kenya is bilingual. So people are trilingual. I don't know what goes with 4, 5, but at least everybody is bilingual. So I think Muaz knows we speak English and Swahili. So like we usually mix them up too. I think you'd be very surprised once you get down here. I think you'd be more shocked, not necessarily in the sense of you're away from home, but like the sense that, I don't know, I just feel like Americans see Africa as this huge jungle, you know, it's like, oh shit, they speak English too? It's like, yes. Funny enough, I remember when Muaz came to Turkey, I think I scored higher than him in English proficiency. And
what?
Yeah, bro. I got a 94 on that, at least a 96, a 94, 96, something like this. So
proficiency exam?
Yeah, English proficiency exam. You know, the one you take before.
I don't mean anything, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. But anyway, Julian, I wanted to ask you. I mean, obviously you're American. Obviously, you hear America being the best country most of the time on the media. But do you feel like this? Like, what's your thought on this? On the statement, America is the best country in the world?
I think it's subjective. Like, I think when you are American, you take pride in that. You know, it's basically like jammed down your throat that you live in the greatest country in the world. So in that essence, you know, in that aspect, like, it's hard to think that you're not in the best country in the world, but it also makes you feel entitled that anywhere else outside of the country that you step in, it's going to be worse. And I think like, depending on like how you're raised or where you come from or what experiences you've had, like that whole idea of what worse really is, you know, it varies. So some people just, like you said, like some people look at Africa as like this big safari, this big jungle. And of course you guys have
There's
some
gorillas on the street in Africa. I'm sure Leon gets that question a lot. I'm sorry.
I was good. Actually, I once fooled someone to have a pet lion and they believed it in Turkey. I mean, I don't know how ignorant people are.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Some people are very ignorant.
Yeah, but anyway, back to you, Julian. So, but personally, I think this is a nice thing. Like, I wish our history was like that. So basically, I mean, I'm just going to talk about a little bit about history. I usually don't like talking about it a lot. It's like the history in different countries is like, I would like, and I respect Turkey for this too, because I think Turkish people are also told that their country is the best country in the world. At least there's this kind of feeling like, oh, because of the Ottoman Empire, like this is the center of the world. Like there's this nationalism that you have, but in Africa, like you find that the recent history is colonization and you don't really take great pride in your country. At least a lot of people don't, because a lot of people don't see beyond this. So it's not really a bad thing, you know? I mean, I would love being brought up with like, oh, you're the best country in the world. That would be nice.
But I do want to add on to that. I mean, obviously we joke around a lot, we mess around a lot. You know, we say America's the best country in the world. I mean, bro, but obviously, and Julian will agree to this too. In a lot of aspects, bro, I mean, there's so many things about America and its politics and its inside shit that I despise 100%. Obviously,
likewise.
I mean, for starters, the country was built off of disgusting ass slavery. Okay, all that Christopher Columbus shit that they, you know, that they brainwashed, like that's just, you know, that's just some. And anybody, bro, anybody who's a minority in America, so anybody who's not white in America knows this. Okay, yeah, and the country was built off of slavery. All that shit, you know, that whitewash shit that they teach us in elementary school, like Christopher Columbus found America. No, he didn't. Get the fuck out of here. That man, you know, just came, killed a bunch of Native Americans and claimed it was his land. So the country's origins, disgusting, slavery and whatnot. Obviously the politics and the inside job. And, you know, in terms of economically, yes, but I mean, there's racism anywhere you go in the world, but America systematically, you know, the system obviously favors the white man. And, you know, there's just so much systematic racism, you know, in America, obviously. Like, I mean, Monkey, you know this. We're obviously, I as a Muslim as well, I mean, there's been many times where police officers, you know, kind of gave, you know, my mom or us, you know, that look, you know, because they think, for example, they think hijabi women, Muslim, they think terrorists, you know, obviously, you know, the whole police and the whole Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff. So as two minorities and, you know, people of color in America, like, you know, the system is, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I completely agree. Like, we're built upon the idea the foundation that, sided with slavery. And as we grow older as civilization, we try and stray away from that. But, I think politically, that's one of America's biggest downfalls, like in terms of just prioritizing politics and making it such a divided thing in the middle of the country. Like either you're blue or you're red, you're Democratic or you're Republican, or you side with this or you side not. Like there is really no middle ground that people can really take except to just kind of stay out of it. That's it's kind of where I am. I'm at that point in time where I don't even want to hear Democratic versus Republican. I don't want to hear black versus white anymore. Like just got to cut
like
that
Logic
out.
said, Leon, was it City of Stars? It ain't about black versus white or shit, bro. Yep. So you go.
Shoot.
Oh, okay. Actually, I wanted, since we're talking about countries so much, I just want to ask. I think I'm going to start with Julian. Okay, so my screen is Julian, Muaz, then Alper. So which country do you think you would like to live in? If you had to pick another country to live in for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Any options or just on personal? No. Okay. So I think one of the countries that kind of stuck with me would be Switzerland. I've just seen some great nature videos, different walkthroughs of different parts of Switzerland. So I don't really know anything about the country. I've only seen pictures that prioritize nature and different just senses of openness and valleys and stuff like that. So if I had to just poof, I'm somewhere else in the world, that's probably where I'm going. Outside of that, I'm probably picking Turkey because I haven't seen my boy in a long time. I want to see you guys. Hopefully we can have some little, dab on him, a little reunion over in Turkey, or
most definitely
Kenya if we all head out there. I don't know, iPad, if you're able to go to Kenya. Man, I'd love to meet you guys. Like I was supposed to be there in February. It didn't work out. So like, man, it's just like a little like piece of me that's empty. Like that was a moment that I was supposed to have. But hey, I mean, like you
everything
say,
happens
like,
for a reason,
like,
bro. Everything.
Inshallah, this September. Yeah.
Inshallah.
So Mikey, I was gonna ask, like, since if nothing goes wrong, you're gonna come this September, right? So
yes.
So what are you thinking about the Turkish food, bro? So are you excited about that? Because Turkish is most known with food. Obviously, you heard
the
that
kitchen,
Muaz told you. Yeah, the dishes, the kitchen. So what do you think about the?
Amazing.
I mean, he's had some of my mom's food before.
Oh yes.
I haven't had too much Turkish food. Like I've had like Arabic food, different halal, different halal foods, but when I eat all these different things, like I'm not really like exposed to the names or what countries they're from. It's more of just like there's this umbrella term of being halal food. So
I think
Middle
Eastern food is basically usually nice. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for the foods, but I'm also very excited to see how our American foods taste in other countries, like your version of McDonald's, because I think our McDonald's tastes way worse than your McDonald's just because of the way that obviously, like maybe you could look at it as we have better products because this is where the places originated from, like McDonald's. But I'm actually really curious to see how just different American companies taste in different countries, how they adapt.
I can answer that question.
Yeah, I can answer that.
All this in the last podcast, all this man's ate was Burger King and McDonald's when he went into America.
And you were talking about the Domino's, right? So obviously you had Domino's in Turkey, Muaz, and in America. So you were saying that America was better, right?
Of course.
In Turkey?
Yeah, Monkey.
No, in America.
Monkey, I gotta disagree with what you say, bro, because I mean, obviously, as someone who's tried, but I mean, actually, you didn't say. You said that you're looking forward to see how it tastes, American food tastes like over here. I mean, I'll give you. I can talk about that, bro. The Domino's here. I mean, that's not like it's not bad. It's not bad, but compared to back home, Definitely not. I mean,
So
McDonald's, Burger King, about the same.
All due respect to the Domino's in Turkey, but it's really bad. I mean, I'm saying this coming from a third world country.
I mean, so I can say that.
I'm saying this for a fact. The KFC and the Domino's in Kenya taste so much better than in Turkey. I'm saying
really?
Turkish food. I'm gonna say Turkish food. Turkish kitchen is really good. One of the best in the world. Personally, for me, I love it. But like when it comes to like the fast food, no, it's not really that good. I think KFC, Domino's, nah.
Why are you saying it's not good? You mean you're talking about the flour?
Yeah, I'm talking about the flavor.
Flavor-wise?
Or maybe it's just different because everybody has a taste. For example, when I first came to Turkey, I couldn't eat zeytin. I couldn't eat olives, for example. So I think it comes down to that. Maybe.
No, okay. Because I can say that like I had a Domino's in America and in Turkey too, and obviously Turkey's economy is worse than America. So in the flavor wise, so I cannot differentiate between them, but in the size part, so obviously I can say the American was bigger. So I can only say that. Yeah. So even the
bigger is better.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know that, but we bought a pizza. It was large, I guess, in Domino's, so we patched it. So we couldn't finish it. Mm-hmm. Yes, and we couldn't finish it. So can you think that I couldn't finish a meal? So we couldn't finish it. Yes. So we gave it to some homeless guy.
All right, good for you guys.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool.
I mean, look, wow, because the three of us are fasting. I don't want to dive too. I mean, I'm just messing. I don't want to dive too much.
I'm about to go eat in like 5 minutes. I'll have left the house. I'm gonna go have iftar at Ali's place.
Oh, okay. So we'll wrap it up in 5 minutes, bro. First of all, I want to answer your question, Julian, because you said that you had that question for each of us going around. I mean, you said what country if we had to pick for the rest of our lives?
Yeah,
bro. I'm gonna say Kenya. Just because I'm super excited, you know, even though I ain't never been there before, obviously, but I have such high expectations, bro. I mean, like just, and inshallah, let's just assume like, bro, if I'm living there, working there, you know, tropical as hell. I mean, obviously, you know, I mean, just people loving me and whatnot, like, bro, I mean, Kenya, bro. Kenya, blah, blah.
What about you, Alper?
Bro, we have less than 1 minute. I mean,
what country? Fast, just throw it out.
Turkey, bro. Turkey.
Okay, everybody say Kenya.
I will say Turkey, bro.
Second best country in the world. Let's go.
That about sums up the second episode. Monkey, my brother, thanks for joining, Julie. We really appreciate it, bro. Sorry, running low on time. I can't see the time.
Dab on that.
Love y'all. It's been a great episode. Great catching up. Everybody stay tuned. I think it was a great episode, and looking forward to next episode, y'all. I love all y'all.
See you on the next episode.
Hey guys, thanks for coming, Julian.
Thank you,
bro. We appreciate it. All right.
Love you, bro. In a minute. Bang, bang.